we need to ban dowry because, it still exists, and once I think all of that falls into place when equality, maybe there will be a situation where alimony laws will also change in India. It might become a little more favorable towards men as well.
Oh, okay, 1 second. Let me get this straight. So you agree that laws are not favorable for men. You agree that laws are not equal. Laws are unfair towards men. But your solution is, let me keep taking this money until the laws get equal. Wow. So that's like, I can see a person who's clearly dying, but let me snatch the gold chain off his neck before the body gets cold. That's how bizarre your thought is. That's not even justice, ma'am. That's exploitation wearing a victim badge. Where is your fucking equality if you cannot even acknowledge a man's pain in an attempt to highlight a woman's suffering? That's definitely not equality. That's freaking seeking for attention. That's power addiction disguised as justice.
That's very subjective. I mean, if you're in a household where you're dependent on the man for the bread and butter, it becomes inevitable that you want a certain sense of security after marriage.
Why is it only subjective when it comes to a woman? Why this is not applicable to a man? Or are you assuming that every person would be financially strong enough to pay the alimony? If a woman's broke, she deserves support. But if a man's broke, he either pays the alimony or you go to jail. If she's depending on him, she deserves alimony. But if he's broke, he would still be treated like an ATM machine. Where is this objectivity gone? Why all of a sudden it just disappeared under the lens of logic? You cannot use it's complicated as an excuse for one gender and then hand over the liability notice to the other.
Once there's a cause of divorce coming up, I'm sure you will accept that everything comes on the woman. Whether it's the children, whether it's the family, everything comes on the woman. The man is hardly anything.
You need not look at the camera with the ugly ass head not seeking for validation, ma'am, because you're not getting any from real men. The only people who are going to accept this bullshit is your gang of feminists and simps. Because we would love to know which fantasy world are you living in, your dad's little pampered princess? Because almost 80% of custody cases are awarded to women across the globe, including India. And men are almost reduced to a visitor, not even a parent. Child support, men pay. Alimony, men pay. Maintenance, men pay. Social judgment, men bear it. So which freedom are you fantasizing about, wearing the crown of entitlement and seeking justice and equality wearing the dress of oppression?
So I'm sure, I believe that yes, somewhere the man is responsible to pay the woman an alimony, yes, because this way or that way, he does take dowry.
Wow, so dowry is bad if he takes it, but alimony is good if you take it. Double standard at its best. So you're saying a man is supposed to pay alimony because he's taking dowry this way or the other. But what stats do you have to even support your claim? Are you saying every man in the marriage today is taking fucking dowry? And even if that's the case, let me give you a simple example. How a premarital one-time transaction is not equal to a lifelong obligation. Suppose I buy a bike on loan for 10 years. I pay the loan off with interest and I use the bike for 10 years, and while I'm using it, I pay all the maintenance charges. Now I sell my bike off. Now, would I still pay the loan and interest and the maintenance charges of the bike? This is how flawed your logic is, ma'am. And how these feminists work. Absolutely on selective feminism and only fight for equality and fight for equality till it benefits them. But never fight for equal suffering and equal sacrifices.
Men don't want to accept the fact that yes, women are at equal footing with us. But then they don't want to accept the fact.
Because men do not validate illusion. They are not rejecting equality. They are rejecting your illusion. If you are so equal, explain how your prerequisites for a man scream the opposite. Whenever you look for a man, you want someone who's taller than you, who earns more than you, who's emotionally intelligent, mature, his problem-solving skills are 9 on 10, he's decisive. So all those prerequisites are nowhere close to equal or less than equal. It means you accept that you're inferior and you want someone superior to lead. That means you're not equal. And just because you can work and get some money from the very institution built by men, by doing the same 20 odd jobs ever since evolution in those AC cubicles, it doesn't make you equal. Just because the kids get more education and money than their mother, are they equal to mother? So there's more than money. There are many other aspects than money that decides the hierarchy. If you really want to be equal to a man, how about you match the level of sufferings, sacrifices, risk, accountability, responsibility? Then we can think whether you're equal or not. Till then, you can just sit in your illusory fucking mind and get validation from your feminists that you're equal. But in reality, you're not. Because you don't get on a new job and you scream at your boss, give me the fucking raise, I deserve it. You prove it, right? It applies here also, you have to prove it. So clearly you're not fighting for equality. All you are doing is seeking attention. You want authority with no responsibility, no accountability, and you just want equality with a safety net and exemptions.